Before I cover link monsters and link summoning, I feel it's important that we go over the relevant changes being made to the field and the rules. Changes to the field. The pendulum zones have been moved back to the furthest apart spell and trap card zones in your back row, so the one closest to the main deck and the one closest to the extra deck. This does not reduce the spell and trap card zones to 3 however, since they are not treated as pendulum zones unless they have a pendulum card placed in them. They can still be used as regular spell and trap card zones to play and place down spell and trap cards. There are now 2 more monster zones on the field, placed in between your opponent's field and yours. These are called extra monster zones. The 5 monster zones we're all used to are now referred to as main monster zones. So, that's how the field is now laid out. Changes to the rules. You can only summon monsters from the extra deck to extra monster zones. This includes Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Link monsters. As of making this video, it has not been stated anywhere if Pendulum monsters are included in that limitation. I'll leave a comment below and an annotation on screen to update you on that information when it becomes available. As soon as you summon an extra deck monster into one of the 2 extra monster zones, the other one is now considered part of your opponent's field, and you cannot summon into it. Link monsters. As of right now, 5 Link monsters have been revealed to us. However, for the sake of time, I'm going to show you only one as a main example. This is Decode Talker. He's a Dark Attribute, a Cybers type, a Link monster, and an Effect monster. With the information we have, we know that Cybers type is simply a new monster type and nothing else. Decode Talker has 2300 attack points and is a Link 3 monster. Where the defense of a monster would normally be shown, Link monsters instead have a Link number. I'll explain what a Link number is in just a moment. Link monsters do not hold a defense stat, and thus cannot ever be put into defense position, even by a card effect. Link summoning. Link monsters, like other extra deck monster types, list the materials needed for their summon. The materials needed to link summon Decode Talker, for example, are 2 or more effect monsters. In order to link summon, you have to send monsters you control to the graveyard equal to the link number of the monster you want to summon. Decode Talker is a Link 3 monster, therefore we would need to send 3 effect monsters we control to the graveyard to link summon him. But if you use a Link monster as material to link summon another Link monster, you can use the monster on the field's Link number and count that number towards the link summon of the new monster. For example, you could use a Link 2 monster and a regular effect monster to link summon Decode Talker. Link markers and linked monsters. Every Link monster has link markers around its artwork box. The link markers that are red are active link markers. The monster zones that active link markers point to can now be used to summon monsters from the extra deck, so they essentially become extra monster zones. These also affect your opponent's side of the field. For example, Decode Talker being in this extra monster zone allows your opponent to summon monsters from the extra deck to that zone in front that is being pointed to by the active link marker. Monsters in zones being pointed to by active link markers are considered to be linked monsters. Linked monsters will most likely be very relevant to the effects of most Link monsters. We can see that if we take a look at Decode Talker's effects. Effect number 1. This card gains 500 attack for each monster linked to it. Effect number 2. When an opponent's card effect that targets a card you control is activated, you contribute one of your monsters linked to this card, negate that activation, and if you do, destroy it. Your opponent's monsters can also be linked to your Link monsters, if they are in a zone that is pointed to by a link marker on one of your monsters. Decode Talker's second effect specifically lists that you tribute one of your monsters linked to this card. I imagine that future Link monsters may have effects that will hinder your opponent's monsters if they are linked to them. However, this is just my speculation. I hope this video helps some of you in understanding Link monsters and the new mechanic of Link summoning. If you want my opinion on all of this, I'll try to get something out soon, so definitely keep your eyes peeled. I tried my best to simplify this video to make it, as understandable as possible. There will be links in the description, by the way, if you want to check out the 3 main articles on this stuff from YG Organization, where most of this info came from. And yeah, as always, I appreciate all of you watching this video. Take care and duel on.